please work?
Hello? Hello?
Are we live?
Yes.
All right.
Now you can do a thing.
Welcome everyone to Wulff Den Live, episode 142, the great Nintendo Switch Online debate. I am, of course, Will Wulff, and joining me on commentary is my brother, the very scruffy Bob Wulff, and our competitors tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from the Fanatix 4 channel, AJ McCrae!
Hi, yes, hello.
And subbing in for Izzy Norbray because he punked out. Joining us from ThatCybertChannel, ladies and gentlemen, Dan Cybert!
I'd like to apologize to Dan for inheriting Izzy's L for today. Very sorry.
I was all excited because I was getting pumped up. I was going to bring back my wrestling commentator character from like last year.
Yeah.
But Izzy dropped out, so now it's kind of like a half-hearted fake fight.
It's a good thing you didn't pick up that.
Hey, I'll bring it if I need to, but yeah, probably half-hearted is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Let me break down what actually happened here. So originally, I never told anybody this. This is all in my brain.
Right.
I wanted to have Dan and AJ on.
Okay.
That was always my plan.
Okay.
But I never talked to them about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Izzy and AJ got into like a very long Twitter argument that I was added in.
Yeah.
I was included in. It was about Switch Online. Izzy added me and AJ about Switch Online.
Yeah.
And then it just went, and it did not. It was on Thursday night, and Friday night. I was out doing things, enjoying my life.
Yeah.
And my phone was just blowing up, and it was just the two of them. So I was like, all right, that needs to be Wulff Den Live.
Yeah.
And then Izzy punked out last minute. So back to the way it was gonna be.
Yes.
With Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hey.
And AJ. Everybody knows AJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope they know me.
David says fix audio and video. So now I gotta watch it and see what
great.
happened.
Oh, no. Yeah, everyone's saying audio's out of sync.
Enjoying my life. Yeah. And my phone was just blowing up. And it was just the two of them. So I was like, all right, that needs to be.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
it's
out of sync. Why? See, we check.
We did.
We check,
We did
and
two
nothing ever
checks.
happens. It always screws up anyway. Well, anyway, we're gonna talk about Switch Online today.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah, that is the primary focus of today's episode.
Yes. You just got it because
I
we got the
literally
family
just got
plan.
it.
But I made you. I made you play. What's it called? I made you play.
The NES games.
Yes.
Yeah. That's literally all I did with Switch Online so far.
How do you think about it, Will? While I fix the audio.
I liked it. It was fine. It played well. I didn't experience any lag, any real lag. I have a problem with the way the controls are set up, especially in handheld mode. So that's something I've got to get over, or they need to implement a remapping feature. But other than that, I liked it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you two?
Yes.
So what's your experience with Switch Online so far?
Same problem. I jumped into the games that I don't have as much experience with, that I don't like. So it's like I didn't really realize it then because I'm not used to a certain control scheme. But once I jumped into like the Mario Brothers games, I was like, oh, this is not right. This is not how I do things. And I remember me and you, Bob, were having a conversation about that with the Wii U, how your buttons wearing out or something like that. So you had to use this control scheme, and then I was
so in Mario Maker you can do Y for running and B for jumping, which is the way you do it in Super Mario World all the way back then. Or you can do X and A, which is just the top two buttons instead.
Yeah.
It's the same control scheme. I started using that, but on the Wii U, the buttons are on the bottom of the controller, not on the top. So it's a little easier on the Wii U.
I mean, for me, the Joy-Con, like, buttons, they're far too small for my fat fingers. So it's already, like, weird enough of, like, playing Mega Man X Collection in handheld mode was already a task. And, like, this where I have to, like, skew my thumb, like, upwards to, like, effectively play Mario, it's backwards. It doesn't not feel right.
So when I was playing it, I noticed that the Y on Switch, Y does nothing, like at all.
Yeah.
B and X do the same thing. They replicate the B button on an NES, and then A replicates the A button on the NES. But when I was playing it with your Switch Pro controller, I kept hitting the Y button for some reason.
You were just prone to it.
I guess so. But when I tried with the 8-bit Do controller, I was like doing it properly.
So
I think it's just the way the buttons are spaced out.
I understand why they did it.
Yeah.
Because people who just pick up the control, people who just play the NES game for the first time who don't know any better, the game will tell them press B to do this or press A to do this. Especially Zelda, it says this is the B button, this is the A button. So they're the same, but then you can also hit X to do what the B button does.
Right.
So it just kind of pivots. So that kind of makes sense. But there should be an option.
There
to change
definitely
it.
should be a remap feature. You know, I feel like, because there is on the Wii U Virtual Console, you can remap buttons. So,
I fixed the audio, everybody.
yay!
Or
There's like a slight delay, but screw
this
everybody.
is their master ploy to get everybody to buy the NES controllers. That's what this is.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's
kind of
working.
what I thought too, though.
I mean, I'm gonna get them. I have a really hard time playing NES games on a 4-button controller because I'm used to like 2 buttons to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You get used to it pretty quickly.
I know, but
I think. I mean, I had to for Mario Maker,
Yeah.
but again, it's on the bottom of the screen. Another problem that I had a screenshot, but now I don't want to bring it up on screen because
you're afraid of the audio.
I'm afraid of everything. The what's it called? What did you call the things on the ends of the screen on Super Mario 3?
I think I gave them the wrong names, like CRT
Overscan. The overscan
Yeah.
is insane on Mario 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's most
The left
noticeable.
side of the screen is always like that in every emulator I've ever played in Mario 3. But the right side of the screen
It's
is
glitchy.
really bad.
Yeah.
And it bleeds into some of the game if you're going too fast.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad emulation. Other than that, I think everything looks and feels beautiful.
Yeah, it works really well. There's really no input lag. I think there's less input lag on that than there is on the NES Classic. I think there's more input lag on the NES Classic than there is.
I was going to say, the NES Classic, when I played that, I remember thinking, this is the best I've ever played, the original Mario Brothers. And I thought that again when I played it on here.
Yeah, no, they just keep getting
Is it not the
getting
same
better and
emulator?
better. I think it is.
I think it was done by the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I didn't put it in the keep, but people are already like hacking it to throw. on
I
there.
did put that in the keep.
Okay, so we'll get to that.
I'm really interested to see how cluttered that screen's going to end up getting as more games are released. I mean, you can move them around. That's a nice feature, but like it's going to need some more organization later.
Yeah.
Once the library starts.
Yeah, I should have brought my Switch downstairs. I didn't really like look at it very much. So, like, is there a search feature or a favorites feature in there?
I have
Or
my Switch right here.
I don't think so.
all right.
Why don't you tell us, Dan?
Yeah, tell us, because I feel like that would go a long way.
Right now, there is not.
There's neither a search nor a favorites feature.
All you can do right now is move stuff. So you could press Y and move your favorite one to the top.
That's all right. That's kind of fine.
Yeah, but I feel like as more games get added, you know,
Yeah.
you need more better sorting features.
Though I mean, actually, now that I'm messing around with it, it's like an iPhone.
Okay.
And very
And
much that I
don't think they
can
do
see
the
it on my
thing-
screen, but I just put Mario 3 to the very top, and it's big in like, since it's the only one in that column, it's nice and big, so I can see that. Oh, that's Mario. That's a weird way of saying it, but like I could put like 3 of my favorites up there, and
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you could do that.
Okay,
You know?
yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, but you know, again, eventually if they're gonna add more games on there,
it's gonna get
they're
full.
gonna need you're gonna need more features.
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't do the thing that they do on the Switch too, where it's like if you play a game, that's the thing in the front of the row, you know? Where
Yeah.
that's
I'm still checking the audio here.
Okay.
also
It's like almost. It's like almost.
also I
perfect.
do want to add because I have to, and also because I feel bad if I don't.
Oh, here we go. Here
I
it is,
did get
everybody.
this for
Let's
free.
roll out the red carpet.
Oh,
Let's roll out the
man.
red carpet for AJ.
Dan,
Hold on. Go
you
ahead. Uninterrupted.
Bob,
Let's hear it
Bob,
uninterrupted.
Bob.
No, I hear him say it from his mouth. Please, AJ, go on.
I got
please.
this. Is
All yours.
They sent this to me. They sent.
Who's they? I'm sorry. Who's they? Oh,
Nintendo sent.
Nintendo. Okay. Hashtag free product. Do I have to put it in the description?
No, you guys do all that. It's fine, Dan. Okay, Dan, you're. Dan.
They didn't give it to me.
They didn't send it to you.
I'm too new. They're like,
Dan's off the hook.
Everybody just wants to bully me now. I'm just trying to give disclosure, so people can judge for themselves whether they're not going to call me a biased loser or whatever.
Can I see what they sent you so I can call you a biased loser?
Oh, they
sent them. Oh,
yeah, they just sent me
Switch Online.
They sent me a year code for Switch Online.
See, now, I wanted the family plan.
Yes.
Because I got a family here.
Yes,
Okay.
we're family, not the Vin Diesel family, like an actual family.
Well, all of us are the Vin Diesel family, but we're actual family. So I wanted the family plan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The family plan doesn't come with a 7-day free trial.
Right.
So we had to buy it.
We just bought it outright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we were going to do anyway.
Because the 7-day free trial, you have to pay for the next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
You can cancel.
Or-
You can start the 7-day free.
yeah, you can cancel like day 6.
It's just like the other
Yeah.
It's like
services. Yeah.
I mean, we did the same thing because Alyssa's gonna need it when she does streams and stuff. So like, we did the family one as well. So we were gonna pay for it anyway.
So,
I mean, so everybody got it here.
Right.
yes.
Were you gonna get it if we didn't get the family plan?
I wouldn't have been as quick to get it, I don't think. Because as of right now, things that like I would actively use are, you know, the NES games, which I have most of them, so I don't need that right away. And, you know, the save data cloud backup, which I got with, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Oh,
But
did we talk? Did everybody voice their opinions about the NES stuff already?
I think so.
Did we do that?
Yeah, I think all of us are on the same. It's like great that we have the games. Bad that the controller can't be mapped.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, some of the games
so-
are garbage, but
Right.
I didn't get to try out the cloud saves.
Me neither.
Oh, so what were you gonna say about the cloud saves that you don't know anything about?
Well, I mean, just the fact, the things we already know about it, the fact that not every game supports it, which we talked about last week.
So apparently we said that Dead Cells and one other game.
Yeah.
I forgot the other game.
I mean, yeah.
Somebody help me. One of you two.
I don't remember. I remember Dead Cells.
Well, Dead Cells has cloud saves. It was
Yes.
previously reported that it wouldn't. Now we know that it does.
Right.
Okay. Dark Souls, I don't think supports
Yeah.
cloud save still.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
I don't think that
Which
will.
is
And to,
that is I think their fault.
yeah.
But I don't understand why, because they support cloud saves on everything else.
It's because they were okay. It's a little bit of both of their faults.
Yeah.
Because
The first party games.
I
feel like
Nintendo was late on this whole situation, and they put it on the developers to check a little box and include it in their game. So these developers needed to have developed for it.
Right.
And Dark Souls was in the weird spot where it's supposed to come out before Switch Online.
But they feel like that's something that you can easily patch into. So like,
Yes,
why?
but everything takes time.
Right, but so why say then Dark Souls will not support cloud saves, like right out the gate? Why not say like cloud saves available at this time? Like why not, you know?
Or yeah, cloud saves will be supported
yeah,
later.
like make sure that, you know, this is available, because if you can do this on the Xbox version and the PS4 version, why get the Switch version?
That sounds like they need to on the eShop say does not support cloud saves, but
Yeah.
Bandai Namco has to come out
right.
and say it will support cloud saves later. We're working on it.
yeah,
That's up to them.
yeah.
Also, I don't know if that's really the case though, because they didn't have to patch older games. So why would a newer game
That's
need
true,
to
too.
be patched?
No, they need to patch older games.
But they didn't.
Well, you don't know that. You have no idea.
I don't
Well, no,
know
if they
patched
were
the
gonna, if
game.
they're going to patch older games, then every game you own would have
Yeah.
had an update by now.
Yeah, but
No, maybe they already did.
the thing is like a save.
They need to be the save file needs to be set up in a completely different way.
Well, the save file, no, the save file is still the save file.
Well, no, for online games, the save file needs to be completely different.
Right.
How is that?
Every developer got a a notification that said, "Hey, if you want to support cloud saves, let us know."
Yeah, but I feel like they
So
knew
the
about
developer
that a
had to
long
tell
time ago.
Nintendo, "We want you to support cloud saves.
Right.
Got
We
it.
want our game to support cloud saves."
Okay.
So Nintendo put something on the developers, and something like Dark Souls that has online features. Bandai Namco was probably had no, they didn't, probably had no idea that they needed to do anything for Switch Online, and then all of a sudden Nintendo's like, "Oh, by the way, you need to do all this stuff." And then Bandai Namco's like, "Well, crap, we gotta fix a lot of stuff."
So wait, do
so the
developers
answer is
not have
just-
to do anything on PlayStation and Xbox? Is that just like an automatic thing?
Well,
It's been around forever.
Yeah, it's built into it's a feature of both systems since launch. On Xbox, it's just free. You automatically get cloud saves, and you get cloud saves with PS Plus on PS4.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm
So
saying is, it's not like this was sprung on them that they didn't know cloud saves were going to be a thing.
It was sprung on them only a few months ago, which is pretty quick.
Right, but even still, like a few months, that's enough time to determine whether or not you're going to support a feature.
Right.
Well, no, not in time for Switch Online.
Maybe not in time for the launch.
It's
of
enough
Switch
time
Online.
for Bandai Namco to be like, later we will implement cloud saves.
Then it's very important that they tell people that they're going to support it.
I agree with you there. I'm just saying, it is all right. I'm going back on what I said before, how it's Bandai Namco's fault. It's a lot Nintend's fault because they.
Nintendo
It's
in
all
general.
Nintendo's fault.
Yeah, Nintendo in
Because Nintendo, they're implementing this, because we don't want people cheating online. That's not a thing that happens because of save data. I know Splatoon and whatnot. That's not the save data's fault. That's Nintendo's fault for building a broken game.
But I don't
Yes.
know if I blame Nintendo for the Dark Souls thing, because it's not like every third-party online game does that. Like NBA 2K still supports cloud saves. It's not.
Yeah. It's Nintendo's fault for telling them too late, and it's Bandai's fault for not saying we will fix this later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things where, like, just in general, and I think we all understand this, is that Nintendo hasn't handled the release of Nintendo Online very well at all.
Right.
No.
And so even with, they didn't give us enough information as it was coming out, and like now we're finding out that like the developers didn't know enough about it when it was coming out, unless you were like a first party, then you're internal. So
Yeah.
like will it be patched eventually for Dark Souls? Probably. I can't imagine they wouldn't, but
Right now, they haven't said anything about any
Yeah.
plans to do it.
Yeah.
So that's
Which probably means they won't.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for Dark
Did they-
Souls for the
did-
Switch.
did they
No,
say
is that-
anything
well,
about
it's-
Dead Cells before they fixed it?
Well, they never fixed it.
Oh, so it just
They
did.
ju-
It just worked.
It just did. Yeah. Wasn't it that the games that we thought wouldn't support cloud saves just didn't have on the eShop will support cloud
Yeah.
saves? So it was just missing. So we just assumed that Dead Cells wouldn't, and I guess the developers didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because there were the
Which is
games
weird.
that Nintendo straight up said these aren't going to work at launch.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't one of those.
I feel
wasn't one of
I feel
those
like the only
games.
one that probably won't work like in perpetuity is probably Pokemon. I feel like they're gonna want to have to like go back to the drawing board and figure Splatoon out, because Splatoon is their like Trojan horse for Switch Online, so it doesn't really make.
Yeah, Splatoon's
Yeah.
a big problem.
yeah.
Splatoon's definitely something they need to figure out.
Yeah.
Everyone's still saying you're out of sync, by the way.
I know. I'm watching my last clap right now. Every time I clap, the chat's gonna be like, "Oh, he's still off." It takes a minute for me to fix it. I went too far.
As spotted by Reset Era, some third-party games like FIFA 19 and Dark Souls Remastered don't support cloud saves on the Switch, but both games support cloud saves on other platforms.
Does FIFA
Right.
18
So-
support cloud saves?
Maybe.
It's a mess. This whole
Yeah.
thing's a mess.
Yeah.
But it's not just the fact that like certain games don't support cloud saves. It's also the fact that if your subscription lapses, so once your subscription ends, unless you renew it, you lose your save data.
Right.
They
In the
don't hold
cloud.
it for a certain amount of days.
No, they don't hold it at all. They hold it for less than a minute.
Like, if you don't renew, all of your cloud saves are just, they're gone. So it like
you
30 seconds till it renews. If you break your Switch, you're screwed.
compare that to PlayStation Plus. You have 6 months to renew your subscription. They will hold your cloud data for 6 months.
That's a long time.
It's a very long time, but I feel like 6 months is long enough to scrounge around money to renew your save data, download it to your PS4, and then never subscribe again.
Right.
So, you know, it's little things like that that bother me about Switch Online. The fact that, you know, they're implementing all these good things, but it comes with all these asterisks next to it, you know? Like even with the NES games, you have to check in once every 7 days in order to play them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried looking it up on how PlayStation works with their free PlayStation Plus games.
Yeah.
And apparently what it does is it when you download it, it saves how long you have until your PlayStation Plus relapses.
Right.
And then it tracks how long is left while it's offline.
Right.
That's the check-in that it does. But Switch Online makes you check in every 7 days.
Yeah, you have to be connected to the internet in order to check, I mean, remember when the Xbox One was going to come out and everyone was mad you had to check in once a day?
Well, I was to play anything.
Yeah, that's
period.
the difference. It's everything versus games that I have on
a handful of games. Right, I understand that, but I still, you know, it's still the same principle. You have to check in, you know, in order to play your games. That like you shouldn't have to do that. They should know that, you know, you have access to the games. Be a member up until a certain point. They don't sell week-long subscriptions, so
that's true.
I think I got the audio as right now.
Okay.
As best as it's gonna go. I just clapped. I'll check that later, but I think that's best it's gonna go. Sorry to interrupt. What were we talking about?
Sorry. The checking in.
The check. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems silly that it can't be like once you buy it on the eShop, it puts a little file on your Switch saying, all right, for a year he has access to NES, the NES library. It's not like it's gonna end. It's not like one day I'm just not gonna have it because I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
So I get that. It's strange.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out the math for the. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's definitely a weird choice. I feel like this one is, and there's a lot of things like that like seem like these super specific nitpicky things to like the straw that broke the camel's back sort of situations. Like, and this thing that's never going to actually happen to me and become a problem. You know, it's like, all right.
Oh my God. So, a problem I have is AJ sent me some uproar people had. What was the one you sent me that was like completely, and the guy went back on it?
It was one of the guys from Game Explain. His internet he couldn't sign on to Splatoon or find any matches or something like that, and he was like,
oh, and he was like, Switch Online's garbage, it's terrible latency, all this stuff, and then he's like, oh, my internet's just down. And I see people complaining about how you can't be playing Mario on portable mode in 2 players. So you can't play Mario and then pass the controller over to you and then you play Luigi.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Because, wait.
So I select 2-player mode in Mario.
Right.
And then I die as Mario.
Right.
And then I pass the controller to you.
You pass the whole system over to
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
In Mario, you need a second controller.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Because it thinks it's an NES.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't that make sense?
That does make sense.
The internet exploded. They're all mad that you can't pass the controller because you need a second controller to play the second player.
Right.
Well, I mean, these are probably people who've never played an NES before. So
I broke out the manual for Mario Brothers and took a picture of it. I was like, blame 1985 Nintendo then for that problem.
That's a strange.
Well,
Strange.
I
I
mean-
get it, but it's strange because it's only with like Mario, but with I mean, Double Dragon or something,
Well-
you play 2-player at the same time.
No,
Well-
not Double Dragon.
Well,
Double Dragons take turns. You mean
River City Ransom.
River City
That's
Ransom.
the one.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing about the Switch is it comes with 2 controllers out the gate. So you just got to take
Yep.
the Joy-Cons off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. No, but then that's tabletop mode, Will.
Yeah, and that's what he was
Yeah, it's not the same as portable
They're-
mode.
They were like, if I wanted to do tabletop mode, I would just dock the Switch. And it's like, then dock the Switch. If
Yeah.
if it's that convenient for you, just dock the Switch.
By the way, the audio is perfect now, everybody.
Yay!
Very good.
As far as I'm concerned, if anybody's
Yeah.
got any problems, just turn the screen off
Yeah.
and listen to us.
I
It is
mean,
a
if you're
podcast.
listening to this after the fact on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and/or Stitcher, then this isn't really a concern for you.
That's true.
Or you can also get the $60 NES controllers, which you can only get if you're a member of Switch Online. They're not
Yes.
going to sell them in Best Buy or
Something
anything.
else-
And they only work.
Could you buy those if you got the trial?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
buy them right now.
So
If you have the
People
trial,
are
yeah,
buying
yeah.
them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And then they're going to flip them on eBay for like double the price.
It's true.
just get the trial.
Yeah, so you can only buy them if you are a Switch Online member. They only work on the NES games, and it's only one. You can buy one set per account.
Ooh.
It's like so
not per Switch, per account?
Only, yeah. So only one of us can get it.
Well, that's fine
I
because
get it.
I was gonna buy it and we were just gonna each take a controller.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about? I thought you were saying one per Switch account, but you're talking about one Switch Online.
One Switch Online account, correct?
Right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because the
I
idea
mean-
is if you're doing family, you're only really using one Switch anyway. So why would you need to buy multiple? I guess.
Right.
But
Yeah. I mean,
But you can,
I was
if
gonna-
you're doing family, there could be multiple Switches in the family.
that's
exactly.
true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Decepticon says you can use gold coins on them, and you can.
Yeah.
You can use
Yes,
your
you can
points.
use your gold coins
Oh.
to pay for Switch
Can
Online.
you
which
use
is
gold
really
coins
cool.
to buy the controller?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yes, that too. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Just buy
I mean, I was gonna-
$3,000 worth of Switch games, and there you go. You got a controller.
Yeah.
Simple.
I was gonna get them anyway because I like playing NES games with an NES controller with the buttons in the right way. So
Yeah.
I got no problem with it.
I
I mean, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't have a problem with the fact that you can only use them on NES games because any other game is gonna require more than just a B and an A button.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I would only use these things for the novelty of I'm playing an NES game with an NES.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not going to be like,
Yeah.
oh man, you know what? I could play with this Breath of the Wild using the NES controller.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
The problem is that it has less buttons
Yeah.
than most games need.
Significantly.
Even the ones
Yeah.
that feel like NES games
Yeah,
need
they
some
use-
more buttons
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee, like somebody's gonna find a way to hack it so you can play Breath of the Wild with that controller, and you're gonna see speed runs. Breath of the Wild NES controller, 100%,
That would
20 minutes.
Yeah, but you can't
Yeah.
glide. It's a no glide run.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, like if you're getting upset that the NES controllers only work with the NES, those controllers aren't really for you then.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
100%
that's true.
a novelty thing. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
They're a novelty thing, and we're gonna get a lot more NES games.
Yeah.
Yes.
also
Also,
Like a
too,
lot.
like, 8-bit dough makes controllers in the same
Right.
shape that you can use for every game. So just get those.
exactly, and they're
I
cheap. I
literally-
saw a lot of people talking about that. Like I could just buy this
Yeah.
8-bit dough controller. I'm like, do that then. Do that.
Yeah.
Are you complaining?
I just got my 8-bit dough yesterday, and it's incredible. And like it's fine and it's cheap. It's
Yeah.
cheaper than getting 2 NES ones. So if you have a problem with it, then
I think the audio sync, I fixed it. It worked, and then it went back to the way it was before we started.
oh my god.
I'm sweating.
Just
I
put,
hate
like,
everything.
A PNG of you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody just look at Dan and AJ. They're perfectly in sync. It's
Yeah.
us that are the problem. Anyway, we got some super chats.
We got a lot of super chats.
yeah.
Eric Henley, $2. Thank you. Audio is in sync. Thanks, Eric. You
Thanks,
piece
Eric.
of garbage. Gunvolt with $2. Not saying anything. Thank you. You make a great game.
yeah.
Fred Bushy with $2 saying, for Dan, looking like a goddamn sleeve of Oreos.
That's impressive.
That's because of his beautiful shirt he's got.
Yeah, he got a nice shirt there.
I went and put it on just for this.
Thanks, man.
I went out to dinner with my friends the other night, and my one friend was wearing a Wulff Den shirt. I'm like, all right.
Every time I'm with somebody who's wearing a Wulff Den shirt, I talk about it the whole time. Man, you look so good right now. It's a great shirt.
It's comfortable.
Make sure everybody around them hears it. Yeah, you comfy? You comfy in that shirt? Does it feel good right now? 1 peso.
Looking way worse.
1 peso. Thank you for the $2. AJ is a biased loser who Nintendo loves.
That's true. Can't lie.
All right, what else about Switch Online do we have to freaking talk about?
I'm trying to think. Those are the big ones. I think the whole save data thing.
Oh, my friend.
Yes. I got one more, but go on.
Okay, no, you do it. You do.
I was gonna say,
you.
apparently, one of the big reasons they announced Switch Online was because so you can play games online.
Yes.
Not every game needs it to play online, including Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you put this here. That's old news.
Is it?
Yeah. What's the date on that article?
Yesterday.
Why are they writing about that?
Rather the 15th.
Clicks,
And
man.
it says Paladins. Yeah, the free ones don't need Switch Online. We knew that already.
Okay, I did not know
I mean,
that.
a lot of people didn't, to be fair, because that's another
Yeah.
outrage thing that I see. That's like, okay, you're stupid and you don't know what you're talking about. You should be mad
Well-
about that. So it's like people being like, I have to pay to play Fortnite, and it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. Like, look into that before you get mad about it. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, like, I get it. I mean, do you have to have PlayStation Plus to play Fortnite?
I don't think so, and I think that's why everybody's like,
No. Okay. So one of the other articles I put in here, hold on, has like a breakdown of the different.
Yeah.
I think Xbox you need gold,
Yeah, Xbox,
PlayStation, you
Xbox
don't.
you need gold to play like anything. No matter what.
and nobody ever talks crap about Xbox for that. Everybody talks crap about PlayStation for not having crossplay, but nobody cares that on Xbox they make you pay $60 to play a free game.
that's because they're
Well,
happy
I
that
mean-
they don't make you pay for gold for Netflix anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go. All right.
That's true. Also, too, in all fairness, Xbox Gold works.
That's true.
like
Accurate.
Like,
Xbox
PS
Gold has been the best working online
exactly.
service
Like
since it
you
started.
pay $60 for. I mean, you pay $60 for PS Plus, but it's not as stable as Xbox Live is. Never has been. Even with the extra money they're getting, it just isn't.
That's been the biggest thing for me, really, though, because the reason why Xbox Live is so stable is because they had a horse in that race already. They already had
Yeah.
the
Yes.
infrastructure built out.
Yeah, since the original Xbox, you had to pay for
before
Xbox
then-
Live.
Yeah, before then
Yeah.
they had the infrastructure built out, though. That's their company. That's been their bread and
That's
butter since
right.
Xbox was a yeah.
Yeah.
And even to a certain extent, Sony had a horse in that race before PlayStation
Yeah.
was a thing. Nintendo
Yeah.
didn't have any of this stuff set up.
Well, even still, you look at the two. I mean, yeah, Microsoft set the gold standard, and then Sony, didn't, but they did everything they could to like get up to as close as they could.
Right.
As of right now, Nintendo isn't anywhere close to
but
either
what
platform.
what I'm saying is, and I agree, but I'm saying Sony already had a head start on it. They just didn't have as much of a head start as Microsoft did because
Right.
their company structures. Like Sony is a multimedia company that already has computers and has online services and all that other stuff. Nintendo is a video game company, and that's all they did. And they're not a video
Right.
game company that's like, oh, online gaming. They're like, no, we're a video game company in the same way that we were in 1985 or whatever. So they have to build all this stuff out. right
Yeah, they
before
had to
very
get with
eyes,
the times, as quickly as possible.
So yeah, in defense of Nintendo, there's that, but also it's kind of annoying when it definitely feels like Nintendo generally ignores what the rest of the industry's doing
Right.
and has set standards for, and they go, well, we're just gonna do it this way, and it's like, but like this is how it worked over here.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but we'll do it the Nintendo way. And we're like, yeah, but the Nintendo way isn't great all the time.
but
It's not
sometimes it is.
100% right. Yeah, sometimes
That's the thing. Like,
And that's what they bank on. They're like, hey, that one time that we
Yeah,
did we made billions and billions of dollars, and we're still living off that money.
Right, but for every Wii, there's a Wii U. For every Switch, there's a Switch Online.
There's not a Wii U for every Wii, and that's why Wii U was such a big deal. It was, oh my God, they're losing money. What? Nintendo's losing money? That's insane, you know? So like that's an outlier. I agree that there's not everything's like out of the park, you know, but for the most part, their decisions work out for them.
To an extent, because I mean, there was the N64. It still ran on cartridges when everybody was moving to CDs.
Right.
There was the GameCube, which didn't support online very well and was using mini DVs when everyone was using full DVDs and going online.
They're hit and miss. They're about 50-50. But when they hit, they hit, and when they miss, they miss.
But the thing about the GameCube and the N64, from the outside looking in, yes, they're failures, you know, from sales wise, but they're profitable. I mean, they made them money.
I mean, like,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, Wii U is a quantifiable failure. It lost them money.
Yeah.
But the other stuff is all relative. It's, oh, you didn't sell as much as that other guy. It's not, oh, that thing made you money. You made a return on your investment. So, I mean, there's that. But again, I agree that they don't always get it right. I'm just saying that the fact that even when they get it wrong, they still make money is why they're like, well, who cares? You know, like, we do what we do and we make money.
I mean, like, when they get it wrong, there are all these examples out there that like show them how they can do it right, and they still don't necessarily like follow that example. Part of it, like, to me, is like just because they're so afraid of being considered a follower. Yeah. Like, they're Nintendo. They feel like they have to set the industry standard. But like, sometimes it's okay to copy what other people do.
I mean, clearly, a lot of times.
I don't think they're trying to set. I don't think they're trying to set an industry standard. I think they're trying to just do their own thing.
Yeah,
they just have the blinders on, and they're like, we are a toy company.
Yeah,
we're gonna make toys, and then people are, getting in with the internet and doing, smart, future things, and they're like, oh crap, we're late on this. And that's where we're at right now.
I think they truly do not pay attention to what everybody else is doing. They hear like. They hear like, oh, Sony did this, and I don't care. I'm not looking into that. Yeah, Sony's not Nintendo. We're Nintendo, and that is the thing. Like, the thing that brings that stuff to their eyes is when they do have these younger employees, and it's like, hey, maybe you should look into this, and they're like, oh, maybe we should. Yeah. And now they're like, oh, online's a thing. We can monetize that. Oh, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
By the way, the audio, I realized it's jumping all over the place. It's never going to get fixed. Yeah. So it is what it is. Also, it'll be on sync sometimes.
Yeah.
Also, Izzy jumped in really quick and then bounced. I don't know.
Izzy?
Did he?
Yeah.
If he's still here, ban him. He's not allowed to. He's not allowed to be here.
I see. Hey, everyone! Jumping in real quick from work. Don't tell anyone. Sorry, I was a dick face and couldn't make it.
You've been caught.
Real side note, because I was telling him before on the Weekly Planet podcast, they have a bit where he's like, every video game YouTuber always starts his video with like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Dickface," and they're making a shirt that says "It's me, Dickface," and I'm gonna have to buy it.
That's great.
Yeah, continue. I'm not bleeping Dickface.
Let's go through some super chats again. Mr. A Game, fellow Mario Maker streamer, Mr. A Game.
Mr. A Game.
5 Aussies.
Oh, Aussie, good day.
Yep.
Weekly Planet from Australia, mate.
I'm pleasantly surprised that you can now virtual console with global lobby VC. What does that mean?
That's virtual
voice chat.
Voice chat.
With global lobbies on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't like how we're so close. We keep touching each other.
I know, it's really bad.
Not just with friends, but still on the dumb phone app, though.
And that's another thing. This stupid ass phone app.
I think we all got it in our heads, and I'm very guilty of this, that they were going to fix the app, but they never said they were going to fix the app.
No. Yeah. I mean, you assume they were going to fix it because, they're coming out with Switch Online. It's, it's supposed to work in conjunction with it. Yeah. Tom in the chat says, it flickered, then became perfectly in sync audio. I'm going to pretend like that's the end of it. Yeah. Because I fixed a thing. I moved from 30 frames to 60 frames. Hopefully fix that. But I mean, the other way around, 60 to 30. Okay. Anyway, it's all stuff you don't care about. Yeah. Another super chat from Marco. You guys see the new Switch bundle? Switch Fortnite bundle? You get Fortnite for
free. Any thoughts? Also, AJ, Dan, Will, you guys look great today. What the hell, guys?
Well, there's one of us currently not wearing Wulff Den apparel.
Is AJ
I am
wearing
wearing
Wulff
Wulff Den
Den?
apparel.
Oh my god, I missed it.
How dare you?
Somebody is not on brand.
I wore it Monday.
So throw it in the
I
wash.
don't have enough of my own. I need more of the
I
white
have
shirt.
one of everything.
Me too, and I wear them too much. So I can never
That's the thing.
wear them when I'm not wearing it, everybody yells at me.
I am careful not to wear Wulff Den apparel out too much, so I don't want to feel like a narcissist. I will wear my hat when I'm out with my friends, though, because they're my friends, and screw them. So,
And he wants to be a narcissist in front of his friends.
I planned around this. I was like, you know what? I have to do it. I have to do it.
yeah.
I almost wore this
But,
during my video, and I was like, can't do that.
Everybody's saying, Diego, audio really is incredible now. Incredible.
I'm not sure if that is truthful or just him doing a bit.
Only 42 minutes into the podcast,
Yeah.
guys. And we're good. The audio's good now.
Scotty Tree says, I think Dickface is responsible for the audio. So the Fortnite bundle, I mean, I think it's great synergy, you know, the hottest game in town.
They did it with the Galaxy Note. They said this one comes with Fortnite.
PlayStation, I think, was gonna do it. I don't know if they went through with it, but after the whole
Well, it's weird. It's weird on Android because right now the Galaxy Note is the only Android phone that can play Fortnite.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have it on. Oh,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense
why.
now. Okay.
But in terms of like the console space, you know, the Switch is the hottest ticket in town, Daddy-O, and the Fortnite is the hottest game in town. I did it. So put the two together. I mean, yeah, it's still free, but you know, having it pre-installed, ready to go.
I think it comes with
convenient.
currency too.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing
better.
about the Fortnite thing is that's for parents. That's not for the kids. That's not for them to be like, hey, can you
Right.
do
Yeah.
Fortnite?
Right.
The parents heard about Fortnite on the news. They're like, hey, it comes with the thing. And
They this is that game that people get divorced playing.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's the new thing that everybody's talking
The
about.
thing is I don't think it's on Switch. The single player is not on the Switch, right?
No, it's just Battle Royale.
Yeah. So
Which is fine.
They marketed it as like just regular Fortnite though. So, but that's what everyone knows it as.
you know, I really liked the PvE mode. I thought it was super fun. I
never played it.
before.
Never
Battle
played it.
Royale
I
came
know
out.
somebody who played it and he said it was really good, but like he feels bad for it because nobody's playing that.
Yeah, I feel terrible. Like they put so much work into this PvE version, the story and everything, and it's like,
Yeah.
nah, the free
The free PUBG knockoff. That's
but at this point, I don't feel bad because they are making so much damn money. So it's like, who cares?
Oh yeah.
You know what's bad? When Will said PUBG knockoff, I was confused. That's bad. I was like, wait, what? What is PUBG? And I like PUBG more.
Yeah, listen, the Call of Duty Blackout beta is over.
Yeah.
I love that.
Really?
I love
It was
Blackout.
good?
It is awesome. It is awesome. Because it's just it's just PUBG, but it works.
The buildings don't melt and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Does
The
your
game's
ponytail
finished.
You don't clip into buildings when you land. The buildings don't pop in. They're there.
If your ponytail
It's
doesn't
great.
float when you're in a vehicle, I'm gonna give that a knock.
I did get kicked off of one game. I got kicked out of a game for no reason.
Yeah.
But
It's a beta.
it's a beta.
It's a beta. They get a pass because it's a beta. PUBG's an alpha for 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's full
So-
release now, and people still don't like it. I mean, as far as stability.
No, it's still alpha. They're lying.
I couldn't believe. So did you see the IGN? This is completely off topic. Did you see IGN reviewed PUBG for the Xbox because it's the full release?
Oh, I saw. I didn't see
AJ
what
actually showed it to me.
I didn't see what they gave it, but I saw they reviewed
They
it.
gave it like an 8.9 or something
Okay.
ridiculous.
Ugh.
And they're like, it's completely fixed. There's no problems anymore. And in the video, you see popping. You see like the horrible textures.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
Because I said it to him, and I was like, I guess this is fixed because I didn't watch the review. I listened to it, so I'm like, I'm just editing or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it's fixed. It has a good score, and then I see the comments. I'm like, oh wait, people are not happy about this. And then Bob was like, oh, there's pop-in and stuff. I was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, it still looks bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my watch later list because I gotta see
It's
that.
crazy. It's Ryan McCaffrey doing it. I bet you somebody else
No,
captured the footage.
Oh, definitely.
He just narrated it. It was a freelance. That
Oh.
review.
Oh, they do that?
Yeah, they do that.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I remember old IGN.
The reviewer.
Oh, Greg Miller led
yeah.
IGN.
Greg Miller,
They did everything.
way back, going back to Matt Casamassina and Craig Harris of the Nintendo
Back
team.
in my
yeah.
day.
Because I'm old. God,
no, I
darn
remember
it.
that stuff too. I used to watch IGN more than.
Because like that was why they were hosts, was because they were just writers and they're like, oh crap, we need video people now. So you got people like Greg Miller who are great hosts, but were originally writers. Anyway, we got super chats. Where did we leave off?
Hold on, I got it.
I got it right here.
Okay,
Shit,
fine.
you shut the hell up. You do what you're
Yes,
gonna
sir.
do. Melvin, $5 super chat. Hey guys, love the show. What do you think about the PlayStation Classic? We'll talk about that later.
We will. That is on the docket. Don't you worry.
Molly, $5 super chat. Splatoon 2 should have a limited number of cloud saved downloads per year, so you don't abuse it to re-roll gear. I feel like once is too many, though. If you abuse it once, then you're an abuser.
How would you even be able to limit the number of cloud saves? Like, what do you like the same slot saved over and over?
Well, they
and
just
over
say
again?
you now have 2 more downloads of this.
Yeah, I mean they can limit every time you press to cloud save the game.
I feel like that's a very dangerous thing to do.
They just need to fix.
Yeah,
They just need to fix the way that they do saves in that game. I just burped. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, still, the problem isn't with the saves. It's just with like their entire infrastructure.
Yes. Yeah.
Because again, I can't stress this enough. This is not a problem on any other system.
The saves just need to be online. They need to take the online multiplayer saves and save them in a server.
Yeah.
Or let you save them to your SD card.
That's
Or an external hard drive.
I don't think they would let you do that. Oh, you're talking about like overall. I'm talking about Splatoon specifically.
Yes.
To fix that problem.
Yeah, it should just exist online.
Yeah.
At least the multiplayer, like the single player save could exist on the actual Switch, but like multiplayer, like what you have and everything should just be up on the cloud.
Yeah. We also got $5 from Youssef. Just giving us $5.
Thank you, Youssef. It's probably his late fee.
Probably. Oh, we got another one. 5 loonies from David Tran. This is for getting the audio working.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Make sure you let everyone know in the archive version that the audio gets fixed eventually. Before we wrap up Switch Online, I want to talk about it's getting a lot of crap.
It is getting a lot of crap. We're giving it a lot of crap.
It deserves some crap.
It does.
But it doesn't deserve... People are overanalyzing it like crazy, like we said before.
Yeah.
Also, my big defense for Switch Online is that it's $20.
Yeah.
It's a new service, and it's $20 friggin' a year.
Mm-hmm.
The other services are $60 a year.
Right.
And the only reason I got those services when they came out was because I wanted to play online with my friends. I didn't care about any of that other crap. I just wanted to play online with my friends. I paid $60 for a year just to play online with my friends. Now I'm paying $20 a year to play online with my friends. Mm-hmm. People are complaining because we previously got that for free.
Yeah.
But that was never promised to be free forever.
It was promised the opposite, that it wouldn't be free.
Yeah, they said,
Right.
hey, this will not be.
we got it for
You're
free.
going to have to pay.
For extra
Yeah.
time. We were supposed to be paying for this, like
A
9 months
year
ago.
and
Yeah.
so
It would have. They should have had this roll out when the Switch came out.
Yeah.
Because people would be less mad.
They should have handled, like, even maybe delayed Splatoon and Mario Kart until Switch Online was ready. Because now that you're taking away a feature, that's never good.
Yeah.
I don't think their stockholders would have liked that if they delayed.
No, their stockholders wouldn't have liked it, but it would have saved them a lot of headache. I think.
I wonder if. Well, I wonder. Yeah, there probably would have been articles if stockholders are mad now.
Yeah,
But stockholders are weird. They
think-
get mad at weird stuff.
And this is my biggest, not necessarily a defense of it, but my reason for why I'm okay with paying for it, which I'm going to pay for it and give it away because I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
Because I spend so much time saying, hey, don't worry about it. It's $20. That's not a big deal. $20.
You should,
I spent $20.
You should just film yourself taking $20 and burning it.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, so it's like, for me, I look at this as like an angel investment, as it were, right? Like me giving them this $20 and them having that number of subscribers for Switch Online is a bullet point in their reports. That's something that they're going to say, hey, stockholders, we have 20 million Switch Online subscribers. And then if it sucks and the next year they have 10 million, that's going to get their stockholders to pressure them and say, hey, fix this crap because your subscribers don't like it, you know? Whereas before it's like, they're not paying for it anyway. Who cares if they like it?
I wonder if stockholders might feel the opposite about Switch Online because they might be thinking Nintendo is milking their audience.
Well,
because they are
milk their audience.
Yeah, they want them.
Yeah,
to
they
milk the
do.
audience.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. I think stockholders are going to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Well, and I mean, if you think about it, like PlayStation and Xbox, they've had these online paid services that they can use that money to build up the infrastructure they need to make it all work better.
Right.
Nintendo's never had that. They've only had like the profits they make from the games and the consoles. And yes, that is a lot of money, but like to build servers and build up a full infrastructure and like support all this, it's a very big cost. And now that they're going to be getting money through this specific service, they can actually start funneling some of that back into the infrastructure.
Hopefully.
I think
like
I really hope that's what they do with this money.
I completely agree with that, but I think for a different reason. I think it's in their mind, it's not necessarily like, oh, we don't have the money for that. It's ROI. That's not directly making us money. So why are we investing money into it? Whereas now it is.
Yeah, exactly. So
Nintendo's very big on getting like squeezing money out where other people might not be, like their hardware. They don't take, most companies take a hit on the hardware that they sell.
Yeah.
And Nintendo makes a profit.
Generally always makes profit.
Yeah, so they're pretty good with
They
that.
want to be Apple.
Yeah.
Software and UI. Well, on Switch they want to be Apple and UI.
yeah.
Your Nintendo Life wrote an article that says, Soapbox, we like to grumble, but Nintendo Switch Online is actually a very generous offer. I don't know about that.
I mean, we do like to grumble.
But they have a little thing where it says Nintendo Switch Online is $20 a year. Online multiplayer not required for free games. NES games, cloud saves, smartphone app. I don't know why that's there. Exclusive deals.
Right.
PlayStation Plus, $60 a year. Online multiplayer not required for free games. Cloud saves, exclusive deals, monthly free games.
No smartphone app.
Yeah, I know that's not there, but they do have a smartphone app.
They do. They have multiple.
But it's not. I guess it's not part of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Xbox Live Gold, $60 a year. Online. Oh, little interesting note. PlayStation Plus is 50 euros, and Xbox Live Gold is 40 euros.
Oh.
Xbox Live online multiplayer required for free games. Cloud saves,
Which is free. You don't need to pay for Xbox Live. So I don't know why it's included in there.
What?
Wait, what? What are you saying?
This list has cloud saves for Xbox Live Gold, insinuating that it's included in the price.
It's really confusing.
I think you get more storage if you're gold, but it's
Right.
negligible.
Sure. Yeah.
I said this with the Wulff Den Live with Spawnwave on. Xbox Live Gold, on the website for Xbox Live Gold, it says Xbox Live Gold is required for cloud saves. It says it on their website.
Okay.
But everybody's telling me that it's not required.
Yeah.
I think you get a
And
certain
I'm
amount
inclined to believe everybody.
of cloud storage for free.
I think they just said that to get you to buy Xbox
Yeah.
Live.
Sure.
Well, I could check because I don't have Xbox Live Gold. I haven't turned my Xbox on in months, so I can check that.
It's collecting dust right now.
Yeah, actually do it. If you don't have gold, try it out.
Right now, that's an ordeal.
It wasn't on this page.
It wasn't on. It's not on the chart. Yeah.
It was on. If you type in Xbox Live Gold Cloud Save or Xbox Live Cloud Saves, you get like the FAQ,
Okay.
and the FAQ says need a gold account. It might. If it says just Xbox Live, that means silver works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it says gold.
They take all of your saves, put them in the cloud, and then hold them hostage till you go gold.
Anyway, it also says exclusive deals, and it says party chat is part of Xbox Live Gold.
That's true.
Yeah.
So that's also, I guess,
Yeah.
comparable to a smartphone app. So the Switch Online, there's a lot wrong with it. There's a lot that needs to be fixed. Like all of the bullet points don't match up because some of these are like broken.
Yeah.
You know, like the smartphone app, like the cloud saves, but it's $20.
Yeah.
It's not $60.
Right. I mean, look, if we're being real here, $20 a year to play classic NES games alone
Is a good deal.
is a very good
For
deal.
us, not a lot of people care about the NES game.
Yeah,
Right,
but
I know
I think that that's a poor like defense for something, right? Like the thing with Switch when that first came out, they're like, "Well, I don't care about HD Rumble, so I shouldn't have to pay for that." That's not how building
that's
a
not how it
console works. That's how much that tech costs them and what they're charging
Right.
for it. So that's what you need to pay. If you don't want the services that they're offering enough to pay for them, don't pay for them. You know?
I'm just saying, Switch Online's main selling point is that you needed to play games online. Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus, main selling point, you need them to play games online.
So, real quick, the whole Xbox Live
I
cloud
think
save,
that's the page.
this says for 360.
Ooh, but that's Xbox One.
That's Xbox One. If you have more than one Xbox 360 console, or you want to play games at a friend's house, you can store your saves in the cloud. Yeah, this
Are
specifically
you on
says...
the Xbox One tab?
I just Googled Xbox cloud saves, and this is the first hit.
So is it different? I'm confused.
But what about
I'm confused.
Xbox One?
Let me look.
So
I put it in a video actually in my cloud saves video. I put the page from Xbox.
Xbox One. I mean, keep going with the show. I'll come back to you.
Well,
I mean, just
continue.
Yeah,
I'm
just to kind of wrap up the idea is like we're buying all these services so we can play the games online, as you're saying, and so like all of this other stuff is just it's justifying like
tchotchkes.
Yeah. It's like you can't play online without these services, and they're just giving you a couple extra features on top of it to make it seem more worth like the $10 a month for PlayStation Plus or whatever.
Right.
Like Nintendo, where you're paying $20, and that feels justified. It seems better priced for just being able to play online, like $20 a year. So
I just feel like Nintendo thinks about companies in a different way. They don't think standard, you know, like when gamers, because companies train you that way to think industry standard, that means it's law, you know. But for a company, it's like, no, it's not a law. You know, it'd be nice if they adhere to it. But
some would say they think different.
Yeah, Apple.
Thank you guys. Thanks.
That's an Apple.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like, well, we don't have to do any of this. You know, like we can tell you to pay for online, and if they left it at that and said pay for online, you know, then it's a consumer relationship. Is that worth it to me? No. Okay, I'm not paying it. Or I have to, or I feel like I have to, so I'm paying it. You know, like
you can get as mad as you want. It's all going to come down to do you want to play online? Yeah, well then you're going to get it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. That is why you buy it. Angel in the chat says Switch Online is trash, and I think it's going to continue to be trash. So that's the definitive answer right there.
Yeah,
it's trash.
Yeah, it's terrible.
We're done with this then.
I mean, to compare this, because apparently it's streaming service week on the Wulff Den.
Yes.
So, shameless plug. My video today was on DC Universe, the new streaming service that is just for DC Comics. You can get comics, you can watch DC movies, DC TV shows, whatnot. As it currently stands, the app is like unfinished. It doesn't have everything. Some things are going to go off the service.
I'm shocked.
Which is insane. The community feature is not that great. They were hyping that a lot, but it's like very bare bones.
So you can talk to all the other Batman fans, like,
Yeah,
like that's
and
like you
talk-
really want to do
yeah,
that.
and talk about his penis, but you don't even really see in this week's issue of Batman Damned because they shaded it.
Wait, you see his penis?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I need to read this if I can see his penis.
No, you don't. So, all right. So, Batman Damned is the first issue of DC's new Black Label, which is like their more mature line of DC superhero comics.
Dicks.
Batman has had a rough night. He takes off his costume, just walking around the Batcave naked. Lee Bermejo drew his penis, but they shaded it with shadow, so you can't see it in the final issue.
I want to see some bat dick.
But it's very clear, like it's Batman's waist, so you could have seen his dick. But DC saved us. Anyway, enough about dicks.
Are they selling that original art?
I hope so.
The point is, I'm used to like Netflix and Hulu and Comixology and friggin' Facebook and DC Universe. You should have been all of those things in one, but it's currently not. If over time it becomes all of those things in one, great. If by next year it's still nowhere close to either of those, then that's a problem. Then that could potentially be a waste of money. Because then why not just use what you were using before?
Right.
Does that make sense?
And you said that's
Yes.
$8.
Yeah.
That's $8 a month.
$8 a month. Yeah,
It's a lot.
it is a lot. And
You
it's,
get a lot. I mean, there's a lot of licensed like stuff you can't get many other
And,
places.
I mean, for a specific streaming service that only does one thing, $8 a month isn't too bad for what they're offering you. But in terms of like the features and the content, there should be more. And as of right now, because it just launched, there isn't. So you would hope that over time they flesh it out and add more features to it. Because right now the community feature is basically just a message board. You can't connect with people directly. You can't have a friends list. You don't really have a profile page and things like that. Other things that you would expect from a social media platform, like that this is trying to be.
So, I watched your video. So
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is it basically sounds like Crunchyroll, but it's $1 more. That's what it comes off to me.
Yeah.
I'm a big Verve fan.
Yeah.
Verve.
But Verve is
Verve
like a
is
whole
great.
nother, like their service is like, not that many people are going to do that. And they don't,
Look,
not everybody has.
I'm glad I got DC Universe because I'm behind on Young Justice and I really want to see season 3. And it's got all this other crap that I've always wanted to watch. But, as it stands right now, if, they don't change it, I don't think I will keep, my subscription going for it.
I'm
Right,
tempted.
so
You'll wait a couple months, come back, spend $8
Exactly.
to look at everything, and then bounce.
I'm tempted
Yeah.
to get it just for Teen Titans, Static Shock, and Batman Beyond. That's all I want.
Yeah.
But that's only going to last me like a month, and then I'm going to be done with it. And you know what? I'm going to get it for the month. I'm not going to watch it because I don't watch things. So it's like
It's true. It's true.
So
I got
don't-
too many games to play. I can't watch.
Yeah.
So it's
I got backpacks to collect.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't have time for this.
I want to wrap up Switch Online real quick.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to say this. Did I talk about the game sharing?
No.
No.
I grabbed you because I wanted to talk about game sharing, and then we just didn't
You
talk
didn't
about
talk
it.
about it, yeah.
So apparently this has been a thing, but everybody's reporting on it like it's new.
I don't think it has. I
Um,
think the 6.0 update allowed it to happen.
But here's the way it works. Well, let me just read the quote from Nintendo's website. The first time you use your Nintendo account to connect to the Nintendo Switch eShop, the Nintendo Switch console you use will be activated as the primary console for your Nintendo account. After you have designated your Nintendo account's primary console, you can still link that account to other Nintendo Switch consoles, but these consoles will not be activated as primary consoles. Like what you did.
Yeah.
Mine was your primary console, and then you switched when you
Now
got
mine
yours.
is, yeah.
A primary console. You can have one primary console at a time for your Nintendo Switch. Basically, if you have a primary console, which is you have your own console.
Yes.
You buy a game.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of a real stupid game. Mr. Shifty. There you go.
Yeah.
You buy Mr. Shifty. You're playing it. You come here and you're like, I want to keep playing Mr. Shifty. You log in. You can download Mr. Shifty.
Right.
And then I can play Mr. Shifty.
Yeah.
Even though it's my Switch.
Yeah. But if I wanted to play Mr. Shifty, I kick you off.
Yeah, if we
Yeah.
play at the same time, you get
But
priority.
Yeah, that's
there
kinda-
is a workaround for that. So the
I'm sure there is.
primary console can be offline and still access the game. The only person that needs to be online is the other person that's playing the
Right.
game.
Right. So you just turn off your Wi-Fi.
Right. So one person's logged off, and then the one that isn't the primary console is the one that's on Wi-Fi.
And that's a good workaround. That's a good way to make sure people aren't using it to play multiplayer games.
Yeah.
You know, to use multiple copies, just like spam multiple copies.
Yeah.
But apparently, people have been doing that already.
Really?
Yeah. This is how it used to work on Xbox Live on the 360. Remember?
That's how it works on the Xbox One now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
because
sure
I
if
have
PlayStation
two.
does it though. Does PlayStation?
No,
I think they do.
well, with like PlayStation Plus games, you have to do the check-in, but
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, this is a neat feature that apparently people are telling me it's been a thing, and I'm pretty sure it has.
From what-
I mean, I've
from
never
what
tried
I
it
saw,
myself.
Yeah.
Implemented on 6.0 update, but I don't know. I didn't.
I think they just officially have a name for it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I think that's what it is. But it's cool. It's a cool feature.
Yeah.
That they're now calling a feature.
I feel like-
we used to use it on the 360 because we had two Xboxes.
Yeah.
I feel like people are going to like hound like people like us for it though. You know, to get our account on their thing.
Oh, get the hell out of my face with that. I'm not giving
How
anybody
about-
my account information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just know the questions are coming. I anticipate it.
Anything else on Switch Online? Can we move on?
It's trash.
I
I
can
can die. It's 20.
I can confirm that anyone who is signed up for Xbox Live Service can store their save games in the cloud on Xbox One.
Signed up for Xbox Live service.
Yes.
That's
so
what it
Silver.
says.
Yes. So you only need to pay on Xbox 360.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. So Xbox Live service also means the silver free account.
Right. They don't even call it silver anymore. They just call it the free account.
Okay. I'm old school.
All right.
Anything else? We're all good?
Yep.
Yep.
Move
Chat
on.
care about anything? Stepper says there shouldn't have to be a workaround. You get what do you want?
Everybody should
Games
You
be
don't
able
want
to
to
give
share
every-
games?
to
Is that the
everybody.
idea?
get physical games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could trade them as long as you want.
David Easley says the game share thing is important because the issue Spawnwave had, where he had to call Nintendo and they gave him flack for wanting to transfer licenses, is no longer an issue anymore. I don't think that's true. Because you need to transfer your primary. Oh, no, you're right. Transferring your primary console is easier now, but he would
Yeah.
still have to do that. Yeah. You still have to make a new primary console because he killed his Switch
Yeah.
and then got a new one. Noma says Nintendo shady marketing to mislead consumers to think their service is on par with Xbox One and PlayStation Network. How?
Where?
Wait, say that again?
It's like $20.
Nintendo shady marketing to mislead consumers to think they're. I think what it was I was reading the Nintendo Life thing
Yeah.
that had the bullet points, and he thought that was Nintendo.
Oh.
You know, that was Nintendo Life.
I think-
that was Nintendo Life's shady
I
marketing.
think
I don't
them
necessarily.
charging $20 for it is their very clear like admission that they're not on par. Because if they thought they were
Yeah.
on par, they would charge that price.
$60.
That's true.
Right.
They charge $80 for a Pro controller when everyone else charges like 50.
Yeah.
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 So
That's fine.
yeah.
Okay, Will, real quick, you should read this super chat.
Okay.
Oh, also Zwift. I don't think we got a notification, but thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Well, we
on
also
Twitch.
have we had a 5,000 Juan, which is
Oh,
South
yeah.
Korean dollars, but it's got retracted.
No, I see it.
Okay. It says here message retracted,
Oh, well.
which is weird.
Oh, yeah, it's not. Okay, yeah, I don't
We got
see it.
Jarrett Miller Parsons with another $5. Hi, Bob. Here is 400 Twitch bits.
Thanks for the bits, but in YouTube money.
Yeah. And then my best friend on the planet, LKM Cherokee, with $5. Thoughts on Justice League 8 and Batman Damned?
Did we read David Tran 5 loonies? This for getting the audio working?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Thoughts on Justice League 8 and Batman Damned? Batman Damned, where you see Batman's penis.
Nice.
I'm always hesitant to read anything Brian Azzarello does because much like Nintendo, he's 50-50. Sometimes he's very good, or sometimes he's utter garbage.
He made one of the worst comics I ever read.
Spaceman is a very, very bad.
That's one of the worst comics I ever
His
read.
Wonder Woman run is very, very good. So I'm gonna wait and see with this, because it could wind up being great. It could wind up being atrocious. But Lee Bermejo's work always nice, especially if you get to see Bruce Wayne's penis.
Bat Dick. Yeah.
Which is weird, because then you got Nightwing. Because
Little Dick.
Little Dick.
I don't like that at all.
And Justice League 8, I didn't read, but I don't understand why Lex Luthor is having a conversation with the Batman who laughs. I thought we were done with that character after Metal.
People like that character.
Yeah, I know.
It's a hot topic.
Everybody cosplays as that character. And they always have. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Batman who laughs. He's basically a Batman Joker hybrid who has like a bunch of Robins on a chains, like dogs. And every Comic-Con, there's always somebody dressed as the Batman who laughs, and he's got at least 2 people dressed as Robin on chain.
All right.
That's like a Michonne thing.
Yeah.
Batman.
It's very much a Michonne
who
thing.
laughs.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Decepticon, we get a Bat Dick tease, so you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric Henley coming in hot with the good take. Night Wang.
I like that.
That was good.
Shut it down.
That was good.
Yeah.
Nailed that. All right. I also have here, I don't want to talk about Switch Online anymore, but it got hacked. So people already figured out how to put ROMs
Yeah, we
in it.
mentioned that.
Yeah, that'll get shut
was bound
down.
to happen.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool that it's that easy. It's just a giant emulator.
Yeah, I think they said it's the same emulator as the NES Classic.
Oh,
So what do we
Yeah.
got to do?
Oh, that
Wait
makes
the 6
sense.
days for the check-in, and then all those games are just gone.
Yeah. Probably.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they don't care.
Yeah.
No, this is
They
Nintendo.
definitely care, or else they.
They're coming down on ROM sites with an iron fist. They're gonna care.
Well, here's the
about this.
thing. You're already paying for Switch Online if you have the NES thing downloaded on your console.
Yeah.
And you're going to get most of these games anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe
they're
they
not
just don't
losing
care.
money.
Yeah, exactly. You're still
Yeah.
paying
It
them
would
for it.
depend on if they or someone else plans to monetize that thing. Especially
Although, I don't
if it's
know,
a
'cause I was-
third-party game. Because if it's a third-party game, they have
was-
to get licensing for that.
Yeah.
I was
Stuff
able,
like Mega Man, but
Yeah.
like that would be Capcom giving pressure to Nintendo, and I don't think they can even do that.
So I was able to download the app before I became a family member.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't open it yet. When I opened it after I became a family member, the first thing that comes up is checking to see if you can play
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can get it without having a subscription to Switch Online, but if you don't have one, like they'll know.
That's another thing. How are they hacking it and having online connectivity?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you have 7 days. So you check to see if it works, then you go offline, do your thing. And then you'll get kicked off when the next update
Yeah.
happens. You'll probably get bricked.
Well, I mean, maybe, unless you get in and you remove the code that does the check-in, and just it tries to ping out, and then there's a line of code that just says, "No, you're fine."
Well, because right now the people who hack the switches, they get banned.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when
Well-
they update.
According to this article on Kotaku, it isn't easy to get these games onto the Switch. In an email, Cappuccino Heck, the guy who figured out how to do it, told Kotaku that NES games can only be added to hacked Switch systems, which remains a complex undertaking and carries the constant threat of having your account banned by Nintendo.
There you go.
Yeah.
He says, "I highly advise against anyone else doing it, as I've been told there's a lot of data from the app being sent to Nintendo, and that it has a fair few legitimacy checks that occur at random."
There you
Yeah,
go.
so like
it's-
unilateral, and like even if you get another Switch, you're just done.
Yeah. So just because it's possible doesn't mean it's worth it.
Yeah.
Also, he seemed to really harp on the fact that, I mean, it looked beautiful. The guy was got Kirby's Adventure working great.
Yeah.
He was like really upset that the album art or the game art was River City Ransom and not Kirby. He's like, maybe some other people will help me out and like try to fix this. It's like, dude, who cares? You got the game working.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. All right. Moving on.
on.
Finally.
I'm ready.
Guys, there's a PlayStation Classic coming up.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah, it got announced last night,
Yes.
right when Switch Online was
Yeah,
coming out.
I found out this morning as I'm trying to upload my video and get ready for work. So both my eyes were closed.
Here it is. It's wait, this oh my god, this is official. I thought this picture was a Photoshop. That is literally the exact same picture they used for the NES Classic.
Yeah.
The hand holding it with a white background.
Yeah.
That's insane. They just don't. PlayStation's like, we're just gonna step all over.
They're like,
your
you
head.
know what we're
We're just gonna
doing
do the
here.
same
Let's not
thing.
even try to dress it up.
Yeah.
You know?
They don't even
I mean,
call
they
it
have
like the PlayStation 1 HD or anything like that. It's like PlayStation Classic.
No, it's PlayStation Classic. Like, I mean, let's be real here. Sony is very, like, unashamed of, like, when they rip off Nintendo.
Yes.
Everybody.
Like-
What about trophies? You know, like we're like
True,
they're straight
but like
up.
there was I forgot, this was like years when the PlayStation 3 came out. Like, the Wii announced that they were gonna have motion controls. So like a month before PS3 came out, all of a sudden the DualShock had motion controls. And then when someone did a teardown, there was evidence that it was added in after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was very hastily put together.
The
They're like-
Totaku figurines.
The Totaku figurines.
The PlayStation Battle Royale.
Big time PlayStation Battle
Yeah.
Royale.
And this-
even PlayStation Move, it's a wand, exactly like the
Yeah.
Wii.
This classic to me seems like a 1-to-1 situation with Battle Royale so far, because it's like it's kind of Smash Brothers, but you don't care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about every game that they announced so far. And
So, according to the PlayStation blog post, we are excited to announce that we're bringing back the original experience in a new miniaturized version, PlayStation Classic, trademark. The console will come preloaded with 20 classic titles, including fan favorites like Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms. So they only announced those 5 games. They haven't announced any
out
other
of
ones.
20.
Out of 20.
I feel like they have two fan favorites on there.
Yeah,
It also
I've
comes
never
with
heard of Jumping Flash.
It comes with 2 controllers.
It comes with 2 controllers. They're not DualShocks.
Right.
They're the original launch controllers.
which I think is good.
Yeah, I like that.
Because the DualShocks came out later, and not a lot of games supported
not
it.
a lot of games supported them, but you would think, the DualShock is the most iconic thing, one of the most iconic things of the PlayStation.
The problem is, well, the PlayStation 2.
Definitely PlayStation.
The
2.
problem is that people would use it thinking it's going to work, and it doesn't.
Something that a lot of people are pointing out is the fact that the controller ports are USB.
They are USB.
So they're saying maybe you'll be able to use your DualShock 4s.
That'd be
maybe.
cool.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, then why even have 2 controllers?
Because if you don't,
Milk
That-
some more money.
That
Then-
nostalgia experience, Bob's.
If you don't have the controllers-
no one's ever done this before. Trying to recreate the experience of your old games in your living room on a miniature version of itself.
also that would be like bad PR. Like already, like people are like, no
Yeah.
charger, what? Also no
Yes.
controllers, what? It's like
Yeah.
No, 1 controller.
Well,
I think it should be 1
well, the
controller.
fact that the SNES comes with 2 controllers.
Yeah,
So-
that was their justification to sell it for $100.
Yeah, so the fact that Sony, you don't think Sony's not gonna, try and match Nintendo as much as possible?
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's people are complaining that it's $100.
it shouldn't be.
They also think that there's only 5 games.
Yeah, no, you're getting 20. You're getting the same amount of games as the SNES Classic, but you're getting a much more advanced piece of hardware because they're much more advanced games.
People are gonna flip out when they announce Crash Bandicoot and Spyro,
Yeah,
Which, okay.
even though we've already got those.
if they
I mean-
don't,
I mean,
the thing
just
about
that
this,
alone,
Go ahead,
so it's so dumb. It's just like half of these games are already available. Like you can already get your hands on an HD system, and
yeah,
and like okay,
this just feels super bad to me because look at the difference between how Nintendo announced even the SNES Classic or
Yeah.
the NES Classic, which was their initial rollout. We got every game, and the games that are like top billing are games that people care about and that everybody's like, well, duh, of course you're going to put Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
1 and 3
Yeah.
specifically. Like, of course you're going to do that, right? Of course you're going to put Zelda. There's nothing on that console except for maybe Final Fantasy that everybody's like, well, of course you're going to put Final Fantasy 7 on there.
yeah.
There's like,
As
of
a-
course, Wild Arms, but where are those
Yeah.
games?
and that's even as of now, because like the 15 games that are still to be announced, like it's not going to be Metal Gear.
Why not?
Do you think they're gonna throw that on here?
I think they have to.
I feel like
I think it's only a day one purchase for me if Metal Gear's
That
on
would be
there. Or
bad,
Resident
though.
Evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had Metal Gear, Resident Evil 2 specifically, especially because the remake's coming out. Definitely not seeing Tony Hawk, and I know I've seen a lot of people on Twitter want Tony Hawk specifically for this.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
That's Activision, right?
Yeah.
So is
Activision holds half of their
Spyro and Crash
iconic
Bandicoot, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Right,
they
but-
need to make it good with Activision.
But like Tony Hawk has a lot of licenses they need to renew.
Right.
Oh, you mean all of the stuff that's in it?
Yeah, like music and all that sort of stuff.
The music and Tony Hawk himself.
Right.
AP Monica says, I pre-ordered it because of Wild Arms. Fight me, AJ. A lot of people are excited for
I
Wild
love.
Arms.
Yeah, everybody loves
I
Wild
love
Arms.
Wild Arms.
That's fair, but it's not a Mario. It's not a
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
No, yeah,
it's not even a Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You know, like
Yeah.
it's not the thing that everybody loves. There's a niche that's like, or niche, or whatever you want to call it.
Whatever it is.
There's a group of people that really love that game, but that's not the case for what at least 25% of, if not more, of the Nintendo one. It's everybody's going to love these 5 games. Everybody. So that makes it worthwhile. But the first 5 games that they announced on the PlayStation Classic are all like these like super specific tailored things, except for maybe Final Fantasy VII.
And the other thing is, it's like a lot of those are getting remakes. Like Crash 1, 2, and 3 all had remakes. Spyro 1, 2, and 3 all having remakes. Final Fantasy VII in 2025, like
Also,
remakes.
they're releasing it everywhere else. We just got
That's true,
Final
yeah.
Fantasy VII everywhere else. You know, we're getting it on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox in a couple months. You know, so like this whole thing seems pointless to me. I'm not paying $100 for a cool paperweight. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at like other games that could possibly be on here and what problems there might be. Final Fantasy Tactics is a big one. Square has never re-released that.
No.
It's like, but I don't. But that's a very cult game.
A lot of people really want that.
I know that's not going on there.
The only game that I could think of that they could put on this that I would be like, okay, maybe I'll get it, and like they might be able to get their hands on is CTR, Crash Team Racing, because
Yeah,
that
sure,
has
Crash
yeah,
Team
yeah.
Racing.
Okay, yeah.
And that's not being remastered. So
Yeah, Siphon Filter, like guarantee that game doesn't hold up, but I know a lot of people want to see that.
and this is
that was a
another
big
thing.
deal.
Most of that generation doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are going to be real upset when they start
Yeah.
playing this game. And in HD, I don't think people realize what this freaking thing's going to look like.
Yeah, that's a
It's
240.
not.
Yeah.
It's not like the SNES Classic where you
No.
get the nice, crisp, beautiful pixels. You're going to get some weird looking polygons.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how they do the emulation. Because when I played Spider-Man on PS1, Spider-Man PS1 through my PS3, it looked pretty good, all things considered. I mean, but it's playing it straight from the disc. It's not ripping the ROM or anything.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of the ROMs you can download on PS3 from the store don't look good.
That I mean,
Because the way they...
It's the same thing with ROMs that you emulate when you emulate 3D games. The textures look weird.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff that they weren't anticipating because they
Yeah.
didn't expect it to be such high resolution.
yeah. I mean, the thing is like pixels. When you blow it up, pixel and pixel art always looks good. Like if the pixels are nice and crisp, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look stylized. Bad 3D graphics are gonna be bad 3D graphics no matter how hard you
Yeah.
try to fix it.
Yeah.
yeah, because a
And it's
lot
just-
of that is like they fudge it to make it look good. You know, it's like
Yeah.
noodle arm and all that stuff. You know, where it's like, oh, this looks good in motion. It looks good in this specific context. But once you change that context, it's like, ooh, like I see the tricks.
Also, this is only 32-bit. This is like
It's not worth
very
$100,
graphically
I'm sorry.
inferior compared to
Yeah.
a lot of other 3D stuff.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just looking...
their PS1
I think when they load it up
classics-
with 20 good games, I think $100 is pretty reasonable.
But a lot of those you could still like once again like the PSN and PSN Now, like I feel like too many of these games are so readily available in HD to begin
Well,
with.
Yeah, complete remakes of them, but
Yeah.
like the original PlayStation version of them, I mean, you can't get PS1 games unless you have a PS3 or a Vita. You can't get
Right.
these games on PS4, which is what everybody's currently playing right now. So this is a way for them, much like how you couldn't play NES games outside of a Wii U or a 3DS,
Also
and
Wii.
then the
Yeah.
also Wii. But when the NES Classic came out, like nobody had a Wii U, and like nobody was really playing them on the 3DS, so they put out the NES Classic, and everyone bought that. Played on that.
I definitely think this thing's going to sell really well. It's going to sell well, but
I don't know.
Like, I think it's 100% going to do well. Just off the back of it's a PlayStation. A lot of people grew up with PlayStation. It has that not the same level of nostalgia because it's not as many generations that remember it fondly.
Their IP isn't as strong.
But there are generations that remember that fondly. You know, like a lot of people around my age, like that.
No, I know.
If they put Crash Bandicoot and Spyro on there,
right? Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think people are gonna have the same nostalgia connection to things
Yeah.
like Resident Evil and Metal Gear.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't put Spyro or Crash Bandicoot in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, and I feel like that was a big contributing factor as to why that game didn't sell well, in addition to everybody clearly seeing what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic. It had so much more weight in the games that were in there. Like it's a bunch of really heavy hitters. And in the PS1, because I mean, just a little bit about myself is that like when I remember the freaking dinner conversation is my parents right before Christmas were asking, what would you guys rather go, PlayStation or N64? And out of the three brothers, I was the only one that said N64. So we ended up doing a PlayStation. And so I remember a lot of the PlayStation games. There's a lot of good ones, but like nothing as iconic or as like hard hitting as a Legend of Zelda or a Mario or like Kid Icarus. Like all of those things are so revolutionary, and PlayStation was just still kind of like figuring out what it was.
Nintendo has been monetizing nostalgia since their second generations of consoles, right? Like they understood what they had because they were building it intentionally. They wanted to be a Disney, and they want to be a Disney. So they
even had arcade classics on NES.
Right. They're thinking, what can we put in our vault? You know, PlayStation didn't build out their console like that. They're not thinking, what are the games that people are going to really hold on to and give to their kids to play? And say,
they really only started doing it now because like 20 years later,
right?
You know, but.
And then Xbox came out and was like, hey guys, you could always play our games wherever you want on our consoles.
Also,
we had them forever.
They adopted that nostalgia because they have Rare. So it's like stuff like Rare Replay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to get a PlayStation.
You're going to get this.
Just to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I'm going.
Well, I mean, it's different.
I would get it. I would get, if YouTube channel aside, I would get this thing day one if it had Metal Gear on it.
Okay.
Because that's the original Metal Gear is a hard game to play.
It is. But like, I have it, so I can just let you borrow it.
Yeah, but not HG, friggin' new hardware, two controllers.
Take the PS3. Take the PS3. You can borrow it.
But I'm gonna spend $100 on this stupid ass thing.
I'm interested in it just off of because I grew up with PlayStation 1 too. Like I had that as a kid too.
We never had one. We still don't have one.
Wow.
Our PS1 system was our PS2.
Yes.
Oh, well then this will be nice for you.
Yeah. We have PlayStation 1 games. Why do you have Metal Gear? I thought I bought that.
No, I bought that.
Oh.
But I had that too. And
we also have a copy of Final Fantasy VII for some reason.
When they played the sound, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that, you know. But even that novelty of it all is not worth $100 to me. You know, like the only thing that was even close to being like, because I'm not huge on novelty anyway. Like I don't have an SNES or NES Classic, even though I really love SNES. I don't have an SNES Classic.
Right.
But for that novelty alone for PlayStation, I'm not paying $100 for that. I wouldn't even pay $80 for the novelty of Nintendo, and they do novelty right. So
I think they need to load it up with good games. Yeah, right now we only got 5.
They need to show us what the games are.
And I think they will. Yeah, I think they're totally got that. They're saving. They're holding their hand.
They're probably PSX. Maybe that's what it is.
They might be holding it because they might not have all the games. They just announced the 5 games they were able to get rights for. They're probably still working with everybody.
Yeah,
it's pretty late in the game to try to still get rights because then you got to get the games to run. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And get the freaking ROMs because they probably don't have all of their archives.
Yeah,
that's true.
Unless all the games on here are games you can already get on PSN on PS3.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy VII we're going to get on Switch.
Yeah. I think every single one of these games you already have access to right now. Or it's remade and
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these are even just on Steam.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, I mean, I have it on Steam, but I guess yeah, PlayStation Classic, sure.
And for
let's
$60, it's like, okay, well, it will cost you more than $60, but $100 you can get all these games for less than $100.
Yeah.
There is more about classic consoles, Will.
Yes.
Dan and AJ. Sega delays its Mega Drive Mini to 2019 for an overhaul because they're like, oh crap, all these things are doing great and this is gonna bomb.
Yes. Sega has delayed the release of its Mega Drive Mini console, which the company announced back in April, to next year. While the push to 2019 may sound like bad news, Sega will miss the console's 16-bit console's 30th anniversary in Japan due to the change of the date. It sounds like Sega is doing the right thing by its classic console. Sega is now aiming for a global wide release of the Mega Drive Mini in Japan and Europe, as well as a Sega Genesis Mini in North America, according to a pair of tweets from Sega's official Japanese Twitter account. In better news, Sega also said it was now working with a domestic Japanese software developer with a proven track record. They haven't said who. Previously, Sega had announced it was working with AtGames, the company behind the Sega Genesis flashback console, which sucks. My
that in
words.
the article?
No, it's
Okay.
my words.
It does suck really bad.
It's not clear yet what relationship Sega and AtGames will have, if any, on the project. While details are scarce, hopefully this means an improved emulation and more authentic miniature console
guys? Scarce here.
that plays classic Mega Drive Genesis games better than what Sega and its partners previously did in the past. So Sega originally partnered with AtGames to release a stupid-ass little console. You could play your cartridges, and it had games preloaded on it, but the emulation was terrible. Cartridge-based gameplay was terrible. The controllers were terrible. They released an HD version, which was only slightly better, but still terrible. Sega themselves announced they were going to release one, still partnered with AtGames. Nobody cared, and now Sega's like, you know what? We need to fix this.
This is our one shot.
Yeah.
I know what AtGames is doing, guys. I have a theory. AtGames
What are
is
they
making the Sega CD in 32X.
Yeah. They pushed them onto that. They could never do that.
Yeah.
That's hard to do, and
Yeah.
they would never be able to do that. I was at Target the other day, and they had the AtGames one, and my friend was like, oh, I didn't know they made that. And I was like, stop.
Was it the HD
Don't
one, or was
do it.
was it the regular one? Because they still
don't know,
released
whatever
the
they have.
SD version of the Genesis Mini, and the box art looks exactly the same, except one has an HD sticker on it.
I remember playing it at a friend's house, and the music is all weird
Yeah.
because it's playing at a different frequency, so it's like higher pitch.
It's very bad, which sucks because I've been trying to get like a Sega Genesis to work on a modern television. I'm still working on that. So like I would have just taken the shortcut with one of these things, especially if it plays cartridges. But I'm not gonna shell out for an AtGames version. So if Sega themselves can do this and do this right, I will shell out the money for that.
I mean,
Because Genesis does.
I'm all for these classic consoles for
Yeah.
pure novelty.
Nintendo, I don't.
Not even just for
Nintendo,
playing.
you do it.
Right.
You do it. Make this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes Nintendo do the second.
Surprise, Nintendo bought Sega. Congratulations.
No, they're the established company that Sega's talking about, and they're going to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, they have the biggest success in this market.
it's true.
Just
Yeah.
give them $30 billion, and I'm sure they'll do it.
Dark Ghost, thank you for the $1 super chat.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have one shot to get this right. Because if
Yeah.
they released an AtGames version and it sucks, then everybody's going to be like, that's it for the Sega Genesis Classic.
Yeah.
We're never buying one of these again.
So hopefully, like this.
They don't have other consoles they could do this with. Dreamcast? That's it.
I've seen a lot of people say the Saturn.
Yeah, what are you going to put on there? You can't name 20 Saturn games.
Yeah. like the Saturn was like, you want to talk about failed systems? The Saturn was a failed system, but I'm like baffled by the amount of Saturn nostalgia I see out there. Like, do people really love Virtua Fighter 2 that much?
I need to play-
nostalgia for Virtual Boy. So anything's possible.
I need to beat Sonic CD and play Knuckles Chaotix.
Yeah, I've played Knuckles Chaotix. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's very weird.
So is Sonic CD. Sonic
Yes.
CD is a little weird.
I like Sonic CD.
Screw you, AJ. Nobody asked you.
I still haven't
Sonic
beaten
CD.
Sonic CD. I'm stuck somewhere because I keep like coming back, realizing I don't know what I'm doing, and then I leave, and then I come back. I'm like, oh yeah, Sonic CD. Wait, what am I doing? And never mind.
Yeah, Sonic CD is not a bad game. It's just I never understood people who said it was the best Sonic game because it's clearly not. It's confusing as hell.
Yeah.
It is.
And the time travel mechanic is not as good as people think it is.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
You never get enough speed to travel back and forth through time.
Yeah.
You do in the beginning, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah.
I
I'm
didn't
here
want
now.
to do this. All right.
Yeah.
Is there any other news we want to talk about? Because we're running late.
And we are running very late.
Anything you want to blast through real quick? Forgot the Pokemon stuff. There's
Forget the
Pokemon
stuff.
info. but
I guess the only other important thing is that YouTube gaming is closing.
moving.
Moving.
Changing.
Did you read this? This is very important, Will.
Well,
Well, the article says YouTube is closing YouTube gaming. I know what they really mean is they're changing it.
Yeah, so screw Kotaku.
Yeah.
YouTube Gaming is now going to be in the trending tab.
Yeah.
right.
It's merging with YouTube Prime.
Right.
It's going to be in the trending tab. There's going to be a tab for gaming.
Right.
And
That's
they're
it.
killing.
The app is closing.
The app is closing.
Yes, Dan. They're closing the app. The app is done,
And I
which
think
is good.
Gaming.youtube.com. I think that's not a thing.
That'll probably redirect.
Yeah, it might.
Or something.
Yeah, I think
now
that'll
it's
redirect to the-
youtube.com/gaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have done this forever ago.
Yeah.
The biggest problem for me is that in order to become a member here on gaming.youtube.com/Wulff Den, you have to leave YouTube and go to a different site
Yeah.
and then become a member there and support your favorite creators like the Wulff Den right here. You know? Yeah, you have to leave the site. They're rolling it out to bigger creators where you can do it from YouTube regular. But if you see the join button underneath the video,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they don't have it for everybody.
They have it for
I've been
you.
asking for this
You
forever.
could have got it. It's
can do it.
100K
What
do you
and
mean?
over.
Yeah. You're.
I don't have it.
Well,
do-
you need. To,
I don't have it. It's not
You
there.
need to talk
It's not
to
for
it.
everybody yet.
Yeah.
I know.
That's on you.
They came out at VidCon and said anybody who has over 100,000 can get this now, and they just haven't rolled it out yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad that it's your grandfathered in if you already have the stupid gaming.youtube.com.
Yeah. But this is good because now it's going to be in the trending tab, and hopefully more gaming stuff will be
Yeah.
trending and whatnot. This is good. This is only good stuff.
Yeah.
It literally brings. It's almost they tried to put gaming into its own separate category somewhere else. It
Which was dumb.
was dumb.
Yeah.
It didn't work, and like now that it's coming back, hopefully the algorithm will embrace that, but you never know with the damn thing. You can come back and then still ignore like trending gaming for whatever reason.
The algorithm
Yeah.
with gaming is like winning the popularity vote in Splatoon. They nerf you. They're like, well, so many people are looking for this. We want to surface other things because we don't want to be a gaming site only. So I don't know. Maybe this is going to level that playing field a little bit.
Yeah.
They also do a featured creator
Yeah.
every day or so, and it's completely random, which I think is pretty cool. There's like no qualifications at all, so any size channel can be a featured creator on the
that's
trending tab, which is a
Yeah.
pretty big deal.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't even do that currently. Like with this, the creators on the rise, it seems like they're all
Yeah.
around a general size, and it's not even like starting at this size and going.
I mean, it's
into-
entirely possible that they're lying about there
Yeah.
not being
You
any
might need to
criteria.
fulfill like certain growth requirements in a
Right.
certain amount of time to be
Yeah.
qualified. Because just like any random one, you're not gonna throw up gamer on the rise, some dude with 50 channels that's played one game to 3 people over and over again.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure at the very least it's a requirement that you have to be monetized. Like I would be shocked if they did it for just anybody, because that's their way of policing channels.
Oh, they did say that they're going to look into how frequently you upload. So they just want to know that you're an active channel at the very least.
Yeah.
And I guess they probably want you to be monetized. Okay. That's it. Let's
Sweet.
plow through hashtag Wulff Den Live and stuff from last week.
Yes.
Do your spiel.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time where we talk to you. As always, you can reach us using the hashtag WulffDenLive on Twitter. If you left a comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, now is the time when we will answer it. And of course, if you are watching us at this very moment, start leaving your questions and comments, and we will get to them immediately after the other two.
What was I going to say? I'm on YouTube Gaming right now. I always go on YouTube Gaming because it's got better tools for live stuff.
It's better. It shows the chat better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
That too.
So hopefully they implement at least that. Speaking of which, we do have a $5 super chat from Burgundy Burnouts.
There you go.
Chris Hemsworth is best known for playing a character who throws weapons that come back to him. Chris Hemsworth is Australian. Both are true.
Thank you, Burgundy.
Don't know why he had to pay $5 to say that, but
No, it's good. This is solid.
It's true
yeah,
fact.
I'm not.
Random.
Yes.
Hashtag Wulff Den Live. Where are we? We're gonna plow through these.
Yes, just real fast.
We're gonna plow each and every one of you.
Gotta go fast.
Thomas the loser. Don't say that about yourself. Very excited for the NES games. Never played them before, so should be a lot of fun.
They should be a lot of fun.
I've seen a lot of people in the chat who are saying NES is boring. The games are stupid. You should watch my video.
Yeah.
And just scroll to the end if you don't want to watch the whole thing.
You just say that because you're bad at them.
Play Super Mario 3 and then tell me again that it's boring.
Yeah.
It's important to play these games because it's what the rest of the industry is like built on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And some of them are genuinely good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Namely Super Mario 3.
Maybe Super Mario 3, yeah. No, like if you're gonna be a fan of something, at least to me, I feel it's important to know the beginnings of it. Like I'll tell you, like reading comic books older than 1985 is a chore sometimes, but I do it because I want to see, how like the beginnings of the industry. I've seen like silent movies, though some of those are terrible, but it's what you do if you want to know about something you're a fan of.
Eat your vegetables.
That too.
Yeah.
Samoan Stig, what games do you think we will see on the PlayStation Classic? And if rights weren't an issue, what games would you want on it? We already talked about this a little bit.
A little bit. Definitely Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk, Metal Gear, Resident Evil.
Silent Hill, first
Silent
one.
I want Rayman, the original.
Rayman, Tenchu, the Stealth Assassin.
People are saying Castlevania, of course.
Symphony of the Night,
Symphony of the Night, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe a Mega Man X, but that's not going to happen.
Probably not.
Mega Man X4?
I'm trying to think I just had a list of like the best PlayStation games. Just Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
That'll definitely
You gotta
be on
have
there.
Parappa the Rapper.
That'll definitely be
That's
on
very
there.
important.
Yeah, once again, remade.
Yeah.
Sell a DualShock accessory and put Ape Escape on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. If they put Ape Escape on there, that needs the DualShock.
I just don't have faith that they're going to do that. Unless
probably
they
not.
blow it out at PSX, I just don't see them putting anything huge on this.
Yeah.
Imagine they roll it out at PSX and say that you could download games.
Yeah, it's
They
not
already
gonna
confirmed
happen.
that you can't do that.
Yeah. Twisted Metal
Yes.
is another one that has to be
Yeah.
on there. I just saw one. Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
One of the original Tomb Raiders. Legacy of Kain. Oddworld.
Was Worms Armageddon only
Yes.
PlayStation? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
absolutely.
Also, I looked it up. Of the 5 games they announced, only Tekken 3 is not available for download on PlayStation Network. Tekken 1 and 2 are.
That's the Star Fox
Little-
2 of this collection, Tekken 3.
Yeah.
Tekken 3.
Little Skeet says, "Sup, dogs."
Sup?
Stop.
I got a lot of crap amongst friends when I said I actually love this generation of console and games. I guess he means PlayStation. Like there have been some real gems. Can you guys back me up, or are you guys haters too? Also, you guys are great. Thank you.
What generation?
I don't know if
are
you're
you
talking about. I don't know if you're talking about the PlayStation. He might be talking about today's generation.
That's what I think.
I think both are true. Both have great games.
Yeah.
If we're saying the entire generation of the PlayStation generation and N64, I highly disagree. But there are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me take a step back here.
Okay.
If he's talking about NES, great games
Oh,
in that
yes,
generation.
Yes.
I don't
Absolutely.
even think that's. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even.
no, that's not up for debate.
I think the PlayStation generation and the N64
Yeah, that's
generation,
what I
there's
thought he was
some.
talking about.
That's rough.
Yeah,
that's probably
where
rougher
you run
than
into,
NES.
I mean, not saying that there aren't great games on those systems. There definitely are, and there are some that do hold up.
Right.
It's just that you're less likely to find games that hold up on those systems.
Right.
Because of the aging mechanics and the graphics and things
And
like
that's
that.
why I say the generation is trash, but there are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
Yes.
The thing is, you got to realize that it was a huge transition point for the industry as a whole. So there's a lot of experimentation in that. So, like, to just say it's dumb and I hate that generation is kind of like saying I hate people trying to innovate. So
There was innovation in the first generation, and those games hold up, and that was the first time people were doing that period. So to like,
somehow it's worse in the 32 and 64 bit era.
It's as if they never made a game before, they never made a 3D game before.
I mean, the only thing we can say is that PlayStation was the era of Bubsy 3D, and that hurts.
And that's all you need to say. That's all you need to say.
If Lil Ski Ski is referring to today's games, I think there's some greatest games of all time going on right now.
Yeah, I think there's also there are more games coming out now more than ever. So the chances of finding hits are going to be easier to do, but you're also going to find a ton of misses.
A whole lot of trash.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially if you're
we just ignore those though. They just get buried.
Unless you're a PC gamer, then you just got to dig through the trash. But they gloat about that though. They're like, I have 5,000 games on.
What's your problem, Will?
I don't think I've played a game this generation that I would consider a favorite
of all time.
Of all time.
Not even Odyssey.
Not even.
Not even Sonic Mania.
Well, here's the thing. I was thinking about this the other day. All of like my favorite games of this generation are modern versions of games I've already played. So like Wolfenstein: The New Order, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Mario Odyssey, Sonic Mania, Spider-Man.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is very much a modern game.
It is, but that's the sequel to something I played on the last generation.
Right. Okay.
So like these are all things they're all great games. They may be the ultimate version of these games, but there's still something I've played, not that I've played already, but like I haven't played a Red Dead Redemption yet. I haven't played a GoldenEye yet.
Are they the best versions of those games, those types of games?
Yes.
Then I'd say that they're up there.
I think that counts because it's like that would be like disqualifying Ocarina of Time, which I disqualify.
It'd be like disqualifying Red Dead.
Well,
slide that in there, man.
But yeah, Red Dead's
Red Dead. But what I'm saying is like, Red Dead was a new experience for me. GoldenEye was a new experience for me. Resident Evil 4, even though that was part of a franchise, that was a new experience for me.
It was different.
It was different,
well, That's how I see Super Mario Odyssey.
I haven't... To me, Odyssey was similar enough to previous games, specifically Mario 64, that I feel like it's just a continuation of...
Oh, no.
I think
I did an entire video on this specific thing.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube.com/ThatCybertChannel.
I will watch that video and then I will get back to you next week for my rebuttal.
Because Mario 64 is rough going back to it.
I mean, in terms of, actually playing it, yeah, but like the ideas of it and, certain tropes of it, the mentality of like you go to a specific level and then you have to go and find the star.
I see what you're saying, but we're too late in the game to not be able to polish older stuff and call it... Or innovate on
Nothing's going to be able to.
We're going to have to do that at this point. We're
Nothing's
going to have to innovate on old stuff.
Entirely new without people hating it because of that. Like you have to like reference back to old stuff or do similar. Like when people do certain things with controls, it's like, well, why didn't you just do what that other game did? Like, and that's always the thing that you're going to get.
Well, it's like with Wolfenstein, like Wolfenstein 3D was the most basic first-person shooter you can get, and Wolfenstein New Order, added a really simple stealth mechanic that worked great. It had probably one of the best stories of like modern AAA gaming. It added enough newness to it to make it feel modern, but it was still at its core the same basic idea. That's like what Odyssey is to me. It added enough new to make it refreshing, but it's still the same basic core.
Right. That's fair. But I just feel like there's very few games all time that are like wholly new in that way. Like I would say, it's like a Portal, right? Like bucks. Like, this is insane, you know. But even
Yeah.
Red Dead is like building off of previous.
Right. Well, but the same token, too, Red Dead had I think more unique features than most people give it credit for, because like you don't really see Western games of that caliber. You know, the fact that you had to rely on old-fashioned technology rather than modern technology.
Yeah.
You know,
Right, but
the
what I'm
fact
saying
that the
is,
story
like,
was so engrossing.
What I'm saying is that's recontextualizing like what already existed, right? Like, you don't see Western games of that caliber very often, but you do see games of that caliber very often in other places. And it's
We gotta keep going here.
All right,
We're
yeah,
moving on.
This is
Keep
a
going.
whole
We
nother
get it.
podcast.
yeah,
We get it. Burgundy Burnouts, hashtag Wulff Den Live, super chats heart. When have I ever missed a freaking super chat? All right.
You get a good point.
Alec Johnson says, this guy is amazing. Thanks.
All right. Last week's
comments. Hello, hi. My usual takeover for the show will begin. Oh, okay. John Tan says the butt scratching part is at 31:43 for anyone that was looking for it. What? Nobody?
I guess one of us scratches our butts. Probably you.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
Last week's Wulff
Yeah,
Den
I gotta
Live.
go back.
Probably me. Marco says, Will, I want to go a little deeper on this. Bob, go as deep as you want, Will. And then him, Marco, I love when you guys talk dirty.
Yeah.
Bloody there.
Paul Stewart, Ayo Wolf Boys, long time sub. First time finally catching the live stream. My buddy and I listen to the archive streams every single week while building guitar pedals.
Damn.
Just wanted to give you guys a shout out and thanks for running such a fantastic channel. Also, Bob, I absolutely shared a show or two with you years back. Yo, hit me up. Let me know what pedals you're doing.
Yeah,
because I got some friends
I
that
am
are
interested in
that.
those. Actually, you got some fancy pedals.
Twitter or email.
Yeah.
Trevor Grover, happy belated birthday, Bob. Thank you. And Joe Polly, they do have a 200 gigabyte SD card at Walmart for $72.99. That's a lot.
Yeah, I feel like you can find 200 gigabyte cards for a lot less than that.
You're on selling Amazon.
That might be around what I paid.
Yeah,
I know it was dipping around 60 when I was buying it.
I've seen them for like 50
Yeah.
even.
50 is very cheap.
Yeah.
That might be a crappy one.
Maybe.
I've
just
seen
gotta
sales
keep your
on
eyes
this
out
and
for
this
it.
one.
Yeah.
I got to go for 400 next one. I get it's gonna be
Yeah.
400 though.
Yep.
All right, now we're in the chat.
Yes.
We're gonna take a couple and then we're gonna get the hell out of
Yes.
here.
Graham Erickson. Will should play Bloodborne. No, thank you.
How dare you?
Why would Will? Why Will specifically?
I guess because the
Oh,
whole
modern era.
I'm not into hard.
He's very much not into hard games.
I-
He throws games on easy sometimes.
I do. I'm not ashamed of it.
I got like not even halfway through that game, and I was just like, "Do what? This is too hard. This is too hard. It's too hard. I'm out."
Yeah.
I love that game so much.
It's really good.
I can't wait to stream Dark Souls when everybody yells at me.
I like that game less so significantly because it's slow. I don't know how slow it is.
Will should play Pokemon Let's Go. The game of the century, Will.
Yeah. I'm hearing so many good things about it. AP Maquina, yo, Bob, AJ, turns out I had a flat tire, didn't need an alignment, but can I still borrow that $50?
Imagine if I gave you $50 and you're like, oh yeah, no, I didn't need it. Thanks though.
When was I involved in this $50?
It was a live stream.
Oh, gotcha.
Sweet.
I forgot what. Oh, because we were talking about how Brian Altano gave somebody $20 for Switch Online.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where else am I? Dark Ghost is Red Dead was the best.
You're damn right.
Gadget Mike, Wilt sounds like a wife that's tired of her relationship and wants to go back to an ex because she fantasizes the past relationship. Will, your thoughts on that? I have no idea what he's referring to.
He just treated me better. I feel like I'm settling now.
Yes. This is a complete aside, but I heard on Bobby Lee's podcast, you know, the guy from Mad TV.
Yeah.
He has like a very attractive like girlfriend.
Yeah.
And which is crazy because he's very not.
Yeah. Well, you're on Mad TV, I mean.
Yeah. And they were talking about how she was dating some like Brazilian soccer player.
Yeah.
And she broke up with him for Bobby Lee. And he was like, who? Who's this guy? That guy? That fat, short, little gross guy? That guy? She's like, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, man.
That's a Futurama bit. Like, exactly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe he ripped it from that. Maybe it didn't actually happen.
You know, like the character from Futurama, Hermes Conrad, his like hot wife used to date
right.
Barbados Slim, this really attractive limbo guy.
Yeah, that's like 6'2", ripped as hell, and yeah.
Maybe it's the Simpsons did it first thing. Maybe that was them calling that.
Yeah.
Mr. Brock Rock, did you guys play with the customization Move UI from the NES app? Is snapping pictures of your NES layout going to be the next new gaming Tumblr trend?
I guess he's talking about people are taking pictures of the way they've arranged their NES library and are sharing it.
Oh, this is my ranking?
Yeah.
I already have a whole video on that.
I mean, it might be. They start adding more games. People are going to be like, yo, man, Wario's Woods, best game on NES that you never played.
God. Oh, yeah, that's later this year. Yeah. Wario Woods.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but during this entire podcast, as soon as I started messing around with moving the games around, I already posted like 30 to Twitter.
Oh, my God. I didn't want to say anything, but I've had a booger in my nose the whole time, but I don't want to get it because then you guys will see it.
Yeah.
Well,
Moawe says live Tokyo Game Show Tokyo Game Show is happening right now. We're gonna see some cool announcements. Nintendo's gonna be there. Thought I should let you know. I want to go there one of these years. That's like my excuse to go to Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's for Tokyo Game Show.
Let me know. I'll go with you.
Good.
No comment.
Stowaway.
Yeah. It'll be a family
Maybe
vacation.
I can get us an invite. I got tweeted. I mean, I got an email about that.
Yeah, why don't you do that? AJ, that's friends over there.
Not paid to Nintendo though, just to get in. We got to get to Tokyo, but I can get us in.
I'm
part of the same program, yet they apparently just freaking love AJ and everything he stands for.
No, you don't get to pretend like you're not the loved one too. All right?
They're still testing the waters to see how much they love me. They like me.
They exiled me. Did I say that right?
They're gonna love you, Dan. They're gonna love you, Dan, because I brought you.
Not part of the family, all right?
You'll be part of the family too. I'll bring you in too, you know?
Yeah, not from you though. Mom and Dad don't talk to me anymore. I gotta go through you now.
I'm gonna talk to Mom and Dad and say, "Hey, man, Bob just made a mistake. He's changed."
Yeah, but you gotta do it though. It hasn't happened yet. Right? Until then, I'm sad.
There we go. We'll talk to people in person.
Then I'll say, "Why the hell aren't you?" I'm sorry I posted myself giving the finger dressed up as Mario.
Please forgive me.
Bob's not gonna be able to hold himself. Just grab him by
You forgave Night Trap. Forgive me.
And I'm reading one more. Aiden says, it kind of sucks that you can only play online with people that are your friends. What if I want a random let me down, LOL. He means for the NES games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
They should have lobbies, but they have a lot that they need to work on.
Yeah.
They don't their lobby system sucks on some of their first party games.
Yeah. $2 super chat from $1.98. AJ is the favorite child. He paid money, so it's
my life
true.
sucks.
Hey, man, I'm trying to help everybody out. And you know what? Dan can't make fun of me because I helped him.
No, yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean,
listen, you tried.
I did. Twice.
For me. Tried.
Twice. And I'm going to try a third time, you know? I'm not going to stop trying. I got you.
Land Fantasia, what's the theme of your socks tonight? Last Wednesday it was Mario.
Where is it? Oh, it's on the back. Did I put these on wrong?
Probably.
Yeah, I did. I put that one on.
Oh, it's Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
I can't see it.
There you go.
Please launch Sparkle Cam.
Oh,
yeah. You got that. That's on screen right now.
Problems.
All right. One of my favorite YouTube videos ever is Kermit talking to Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
The one where he yells?
The one where Cookie Monster like almost kills him. It's really good. Yeah. He's got something in a box. He's like, Kermit's like, oh, just guess what's in the box. He's like, it's a cookie. He's like, no, it's not a cookie. And he's like, oh, okay, I see. Just thought I would guess. And Kermit's like, it's orange. He goes, orange. Cookie. And he's like, no, it's not a cookie. And he's like, off chance, just thought maybe it would be different this time. Okay. And he's like, it's round. It's a cookie. No, it's not a cookie. It's very good. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm gonna read Gadget Mike. I'm sorry, Will. I am sure you're a fine and faithful wife.
I am.
You're a fine and faithful wife.
Sometimes you just think back at what could have been. He had a motorcycle and a tattoo.
All right.
Jacket.
Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up an archive version on Thursday that you can watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do so. We are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
Thank you, Dan and AJ.
Thank you very much for joining us, guys.
I want to have more people. This is a test to have people on.
Yeah, we
So-
should be doing this more often.
Did I do better?
It went well about 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
So AJ, tell us where we could
You
find you.
can find me on youtube.com/Fanatix4. I do videos every Tuesday. Logan does videos every Thursday, but you can ignore those if you want.
Will, why are you holding on to me right now?
We forgot the tweet of the week.
The tweet of the week.
Well,
Dan, where can we find you,
do your
Dan?
plug.
Okay. You can find me at youtube.com/ThatCybertChannel with videos every Thursday and live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Also, they both have Twitter. Just you know it.
Yeah.
That cyber guy.
A McCrae Jr. Just go to my Facebook. Go to my YouTube. You'll see it there.
They're all. If you just go to the Wulff Den, they're both on the
Yeah.
sidebar.
But now it's time for
The tweet of the week.
tweet of the week.
Okay.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
It is just a picture of Isabel turns over a new leaf. She's in Smash,
Yeah.
and then it's the dude from Punch Out knocking her the hell out. Me and AJ were talking about that the other day.
That was like the most chill introduction to Smash ever. That video.
That was amazing.
She's just like, I'm in Smash, yay.
It was.
I was
that
upset
was
for a
emotional
second.
roller coaster.
Yeah. Alyssa was about to call off the engagement.
Yeah, Alyssa was so mad with not even like at me, not Nintendo, at me as if it was my fault.
Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.